You could call this an entry into the... Holy fuck, I'm bald. You could call this an entry into a Vaping chat series type of thing, but really it's just more of a topic-based video. So I'm gonna link the article in the description, and essentially the FDA is planning some new shit. It goes along the lines of, sure, vaping can be a healthier way to get your nicotine, so do that. In the meantime, we're going to think about dropping nicotine in cigarettes to nearly non-addictive levels. That's pretty much their plan. Take the nicotine in a cigarette, make it to a non-existent level, and just, everyone will either quit or just switch to vaping, and ooh, happy day. Wrong. Well, how many people have you ever seen that chain smoke like a fucking... something that chain smokes a lot? No, but, there's a lot of them. And you'll always be like, hey, why don't you try the patch? Oh, the patch doesn't work. It's just not the same sensation. Oh, well, why don't you try a vape? Ah, fuck that gay shit. I'm not gonna do that. I don't need a fucking vape. Oh, it's not the same thing. It's not real nicotine. Well, I mean, it kinda is. But, I get where you're coming from. So I understand it can be hard to make the switch. However... you see that those people who just refuse to fucking vape, right? They know how bad cigarettes are for them. They know how much more expensive they can be, but they'd much rather smoke. So if spending a shit ton more money to make sure they have their cigarettes is not going to be an issue for them, yeah, they pretty much just don't want to vape. All the other shit aside, in my personal opinion, vaping is the best substitute for smoking. Any other product, it's going to be kind of iffy, in my opinion. So the thing is, if you take the nicotine down to non-addictive levels in a cigarette, it's not necessarily going to make those people quit smoking. It's going to make them feel like a motherfucker while they're smoking if there's not enough nicotine, but they'll more than likely just end up smoking more, trying to achieve the same feeling, essentially smoking 2 to 3 times as much. Now, a lot of people, give them credit. They would be smart and say, well, fuck cold turkey it is, fuck vape it is, patch it is, whatever the case may be. They'll probably get kind of smart with it. But there are the other people who would just be like, why aren't my cigarettes working? Because you think of the people that don't even know that this change is planned to happen, and then suddenly they're just smoking one day like, fuck, well, out of cigarettes, gotta go get the next pack. Just, half the pack later, they're just, holy fucking shit, this is just, why don't I feel any better at all? Well, motherfucker, because the FDA said no. You don't get your nicotine from cigarettes. You get it from kitties. No, you don't get that either. I don't see this being a very lengthy video after what I just said, which is pretty much the fucking gist of everything. So I might as well check the internet again and see what new things on the topic there are, maybe check some actual articles and shit. Where the fuck's the ad? The article. Can cutting nicotine in cigarettes help people quit? Probably not. Oh look, the FDA hasn't offered any specific information. Even they're pretty much fucking clueless to their idea. Hey, look what this fucking article just said! I gotta find it. The idea of gradually reducing the addictive ingredient in cigarettes, nicotine, looks attractive on the surface, said Robert West, professor of... But unless nicotine is pretty much eliminated quickly and comprehensively in all available tobacco products, which seems unlikely, it runs a serious risk of making things worse as smokers smoke cigarettes harder in order to get the nicotine they need, leading to more exposure to the harmful tar. That's essentially what I just fucking said. They're just gonna chain them even more to get that fix that's gonna be pretty much non-existent at that point, and they're just really gonna be fucking themselves over more than the FDA had really wanted them to. Or maybe that's the FDA's secret plan. Oh, we'll make it to non-addictive levels so they'll quit. Or maybe, just maybe, they'll make it to non-addictive levels so the smokers will smoke 5 times as fucking much, and then they'll die even quicker, so the FDA can kind of wean the smokers from society, just slowly get rid of them and just kill them. I mean, big conspiracy theory there. I really don't think that's the case. Maybe you do. Maybe that's why I'm wearing this shirt. Who the fuck knows? So yeah, it says also they want to switch people over to vaping who currently smoke, and while that seems like a fun little idea, I'm a vaping advocate myself, not everybody wants to do it. Not everybody is fucking interested in vaping, alright? Understandable. Because everybody is different. Some people prefer to just keep smoking until they die, knowing damn well what it's doing to their bodies. And in my personal opinion, If you want to let it kill you, let it kill you. Yo body, yo choice. It also states it could lead to an increase in black market activity with cigarettes, and I could kind of see that. And that's another little thing I would like to address in this video is the idea of vaping in general. So this article is not going to tell me something I can't already say for my own opinion. I'm going to need some water to get into this one. Go! Okay, so when it comes down to vaping, my whole idea of the whole thing is, yes, it's safer. They've proven that it's safer. They haven't done as much studies as what is completely necessary to prove, everything, every aspect of vaping, but for the most part they have proven that, yeah, it's a lot safer for you than smoking. It doesn't mean it's good for you. I hate when people say that. Oh, what, you think just because it's not smoke that it's good for you? No, bitch! I never said it was good for me. It's just not as bad for me as complete fucking carbon monoxide filled with whatever the hell's in there. Rat poison and semen. Essentially, no. It's not good for you. It's got fucking nicotine in it. But it's not as bad for you. Just because that's a huge thing. There's plenty of people that told me, I've read online about those vape things, and, they're even worse for you than the real thing. No, the fuck they're not. They're not worse for you. If that were the case, several times ago of my attempts to quit smoking, I was like, I'll switch to a vape because not only is it cheaper, but it's not as bad for me as smoking. If it was worse than smoking, other than finances, I would have had no reason to spring for it whatsoever. And originally it was for the health benefit. Now it's really just for financial shit. So if I want a cigarette, I can be like, you give me a motherfucking cigarette, bitch. That's how it's working out for me. Quitting smoking for finances versus health is a lot easier. I initially planned on doing a smoke and chat today, but I had other shit to do during the daytime, but when I smoke it's got to be done outside. So, there wasn't enough daylight left to do it. But I got my lights in here, I got, all this shit, so why not do a vaping chat? That sounded fucking gay. I'm really kind of running out of things to say right now, so I'll end the video with this. Subscribe if you would like to see more of my content. Like this video only if you actually like this video. Dislike this video only if you actually dislike it. Stay neutral if you are neutral. If you are gender neutral, don't like or dislike that. I'm gonna get torn a new ass for that. No, basically what I'm saying is do whatever the fuck you want. Only do what fits the situation. And leave a positive or negative or pointless comment. Make sure to follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. I know you haven't because I've been checking my Twitter. I'm watching. Cosmic video throwback. I ruined my shirt. Temporarily.